Dom DeMarco.
Damn, Dame, you tweaking on the beat.
Dom DeMarco.
Yes, 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 and more yeses.
Yes, sir.
We are here in another man's. No, I'm just playing. For my rap battles. You don't know Arsenal? You don't know who Arsenal is? You don't know who Arsenal is? You don't know who Arsenal is? You don't know Arsenal? No, Arsenal not a wrestler's rap battle. It's like I'm here in another man's state, here in another man's place, standing in another man's face. It's like, that's what my bad. That's my little rap DNA. Anyway, welcome back to another edition of Talk That Talk podcast. I go by the name of Bait, and I got my co-host, my brother, my producer of the year, co-producer of the year, father of the year, coach of the year, man, the man who don't need no introduction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he got a new mic, y'all. He's excited. Got a new microphone. Got a new microphone. A lot is going on. A lot is happening in the world of sports, man. But first, we got to get into how was your week, man? How was your week, dog? What happened this week, man?
Week was excelente.
Excelente. My man said I'm using some Spanglish.
Actually,
Spanglish.
it was a long week.
It was a long week.
It was actually a long week, man. On Wednesday, I left my house.
Yeah.
In the car at 7 a.m.
Right.
I walked in my door and unlocked it.
Yep.
10:30 p.m.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, you do the math.
You walked in your house?
I walked out
the house at 7:30, and then you came back home at 10:30 p.m. Wow, those are long days right there. Long days.
It's a long day, baby.
That's a long day. Like, that's a long day. I know about those days. That's a long day, dog. That was at 7 p.m. Walk in. Yeah.
Opened the door.
Yeah.
I unlocked it. Hit the key. It was 10:30, bro.
Dang. That's a long day.
Work.
Yep.
I coached.
Yep.
Had to get my hair redone.
Okay.
I was able to make it home.
Yeah.
That was my Wednesday.
That's the Wednesday.
Just to go to sleep by 11:30 to wake back up by 5:30, do Thursday all over again.
Dang. That's how I be. This week was up and down, but hey, we got through it. A lot of crazy stuff, but hey, man, we got through it. We had a Men of Color conference. Shout out to all the young men from a whole bunch of amazing people who came out. And it was dope. Had a good time. Had a real good time, man. For real. And got the MC again. I like this MC stuff, man. MCing is pretty dope. I ain't gonna hold you. The MC stuff is pretty dope. So I'm grateful.
That's one of my favorite things, man. I like MCing.
MCing is nice, man. It's a dope thing to do. But anyway,
yes, sir.
It's March time. And you
It
know
is.
what happens when it's March
It's the
time?
most wonderful time.
Yes. Oh wait, I didn't. My bad. I can't hear him right now. But let me add his microphone. My bad, y'all. Let me add my boy Reese's mic up in here, dog. Cause for some reason he's not here. But anyway, we talking about which number one seed faces the biggest challenge. Don't worry about the spelling. But which number one faces the biggest challenge? I didn't the letters got cut off. I didn't even see that in the title, but I'll fix it later.
Yeah, please fix
yes.
that. We ain't got college degrees.
Yeah, we got college degrees. It just it's spelled right. It's just the thing. Whatever. Anyway, which number one, man? We got a lot of number ones. I'm about to look at the tournament, man, because I haven't been really on. Like this year, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the brackets have like this March Madness in general. I haven't been like following or whatever the case may be. But we got Auburn.
Yeah.
You got Florida.
Yeah.
You got Duke.
Yeah.
And you got Houston.
Yeah.
Out of their road to get to the promised land, to get to the end of the end, to get to the finish line. Which number one you feel have the hardest route to get there?
I would go with. I'm gonna go with Houston,
Mm.
and then my second runner-up would be Florida.
Why? Why you say those?
Because with Florida got a game against UConn in this next game. And yeah, UConn is not UConn of the last 2 years that are defending national champs.
Yeah.
But UConn is still UConn because Dan Hurley can coach his ass off.
Yeah.
So you know they're going to be a well-coached team.
Yeah.
Now it's just going to come down to can they produce.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side with Houston, Kelvin Sampson always going to have them boys playing hard, going to have them boys ready. But they got a second-round matchup against Gonzaga. And you already know, again, Mark Few and them boys are well-coached.
Yeah.
And they are tournament battle ready. And then Houston also got Tennessee over there. They got Kentucky over there. And Purdue will be their next matchup.
Yeah.
So when you're just looking at some of those teams,
yeah,
a lot of those teams are proven teams that have made deep tourney runs before. They got good coaching, talented players. And Houston's, like I say, Houston's good too. But when we're just talking about who I see as a tougher road, I will go Houston and Florida before I will go Duke and Auburn.
Yeah. You know, first and foremost, I think Houston has the toughest road. They got more juggernauts in that bracket where they got a lot of more opportunities to take some L's rather than win some games. And we know with Houston, a lot of times, they're very athletic. They can get to the bucket. They can attack with the best of them. But their Achilles heel has always been the ability to shoot the jump shot consistently. They have good games, and then they have games where that thing feeling like the thing is closed. And you know how you waiting outside, waiting for the store to open, and you realize it don't open up today. It ain't open. It's closed on Sunday.
Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
It's Chick-fil-A on Sunday. They went on the wrong day, and they can't hit a shot. And I feel like the teams that they got to play, like you said, going into Purdue, that's not an easy win. That's not an easy win to get past Purdue. Purdue just beat McNeese. Is that how they say it? McNeese. And then they about to play Gonzaga. Gonzaga is never an easy win. Them boys always find ways to rise up to the occasions in big games. Gonzaga be getting zigzagged on when it comes to the court, man. And they can find a way to beat Houston and upset the number one seed. Potentially, I think the athleticism of Houston will persevere. But if they're not able to shoot and Gonzaga goes into a zone and force them to become great jump shot shooters and make them shoot the ball from the perimeter, we may have a problem. A lot of teams don't realize is that usually the way we combat athleticism is to make you shoot. You're going to have to beat me from the 3-point line and your ability to shoot or create to make it easier for you to get inside this paint because we ain't going to let you get it. We ain't going to let you get it. And I think with Houston, you said what?
I said, yeah, ain't nothing sweet.
Ain't nothing sweet, and I think Houston gonna have a tough one. But here's my thing: another sleeper, and I know they're not talking about it, but I think Florida again has a hard one, but I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I feel like Auburn and Creighton is gonna be a sleeper game. I think that's gonna be a game closer than we think it's gonna be. I think Creighton coming off their win last on Thursday, they look like a really deep team. They got height, they got length, they got some shooters, they got some goers. And I think Auburn, sometimes the moment gets the best of Auburn. Like they got all the talent. Don't get me wrong. They got all the talent. They got the players. They got the formula to win it all. But sometimes the moment, because we've seen Auburn lose in them big key moments. And, you take this Creighton team. If this game is close, going down to the final wire, Auburn may be in trouble.
Hey, listen, that Creighton team is dangerous.
Exactly.
Really watching them play that first round game, watching how they move the ball, watch how they attack the rim. The big fella can shoot, and he don't mind playing it down low. He's gonna have to deal with Brume.
Yeah.
And Brume is an animal in that paint area, and so it's gonna be a good game. It's when you look at all these 1-8 matchups or 1-9 matchups, I feel like Duke got the easiest one out of the three.
Yeah.
Because you got Auburn against Creighton, you got Florida against
Florida gonna play against UConn.
Yeah, you got in Houston against Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
Duke gets Baylor, but when I'm watching Baylor, I'm not really worried about Baylor, especially as a Duke fan. I would be more worried if it was a UConn.
Yeah.
I'll be more worried if it was a Creighton.
Yeah.
I'll be more worried if we was playing Gonzaga. I wouldn't, I would be like, whoo, you feel me? So
don't let Baylor come out there and shock the world, though.
Huh?
Don't let Baylor come out there and hit you in the mouth.
And because this is what the beauty of March Madness is.
Yes.
One game.
Yes.
You feel me? One game, and one bad half can cost you. Think about Clemson.
Yeah.
A bad half, and then they played excellent in the second half.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
Yesterday's game with North Carolina, a bad half, and then they couldn't play well. They played
in the
well.
last second. They couldn't get that one shot. You hate that when you can do everything right then to the last one.
They was down 4 and had 3 straight possessions and missed 3 straight layups.
Yeah.
Tough.
Right in their hands.
Come on, man. So it's like that's what makes March Madness the beauty that it is.
Yes.
That a bad half could almost cost you. I mean, I know yesterday St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. St. Mary's had a bad half. It wasn't to the detriment like Clemson and North Carolina.
Yeah.
But they had a bad half, but they battled and
they was able to overcome. Yep.
And get the win. So, like I said, man, I'm looking forward to all this. I was watching.
Who's your Final Four?
Oh, my Final Four, and our Talk That Talk bracket.
Yeah, $25 on the line.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got St. John's, Auburn, Duke, and Tennessee.
Oh wow, is it St. John's in the Florida bracket?
Yeah, you heard what I said. Shout out to Rick Pitino.
St. John. St. John's came out a little bit rocky first in the beginning. I ain't gonna lie to you. Omaha was looking like Peyton Manning's about to get that dub. It was Omaha, Alaska, Nebraska. They was out there doing it, and then St. John's they put it on them in the second half. It wasn't close. It wasn't.
St. John's defensive intensity, man, is like that. Like I said,
and they shot the ball very well. Number 12, I can't think of his name right now, but number 12 shot the ball extremely well from 3. And that was one of his best shooting performances. And he's been on a tear in the last 6 games, playing. And so St. John's one of those sleepers.
My upset pick of the weekend.
Let me see.
UConn over Florida.
Oh, you got Florida losing tonight?
No,
tomorrow, right? They play tomorrow?
They play tomorrow.
You got them losing tomorrow.
Early. They play tomorrow at 9:10. Early game. So I'm going to either look like a genius or a jackass. One of the two.
Yeah.
But
I don't know who, like, I don't think Auburn's making it to the Final Four.
Ooh.
I'm just going to go out there and say it.
I feel like they have to. Bruce Pearl has to do something.
I don't think
if he lose again, it's gonna keep looking like he's
not March ready. He's not March ready.
He had Tennessee back in the day.
Yeah, I think he's going. I think they lose. You know what? I think they squeeze by Creighton, and then I think they lose I think they lose to Michigan.
No, they're gonna beat Michigan.
I think the Michigan gonna beat them.
If they was to lose in this bracket,
I think Michigan gonna beat
early,
them. Them two bigs is gonna give them some trouble.
I think the Creighton matchup to me will be the one that they lose. I think they're better than Michigan, and they can score more. I mean, Texas A&M did beat them, but that was at Texas A&M because Texas A&M is a good defensive team, but they just can't score. So that gives me cause.
Michigan, mark my words. I know you're not a Michigan basketball fan, but Michigan is gonna be the one to slay the Giants.
I always got like Michigan is like, I mean, I would say my second team.
Michigan gonna slay the Giants.
Michigan is always a team that if they're doing well, I'm always root for them. I'm always root for Michigan.
Michigan gonna slay the Giants. You heard it first from your boy Bate. If they get past Creighton,
yeah,
Michigan gonna slay the Giants.
Well, talk that talk out here with the bold predictions. I got UConn beating Florida.
Yeah.
Bake out here with Michigan slaying Auburn. And
yes, sir. You watch.
That means you gotta have. That means Michigan got to be Texas A&M.
Yeah, they're gonna beat them.
Okay.
I think they're gonna get by. It's gonna be a good game, really good game. But I think they're gonna beat them by a little bit. I saw their big. Their bigs is different makers.
They like that.
They're like that. And
I like that. I like because that one big he's NBA ready.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be. He gets as Danny Wolf, right? Or is it Wolf? Is it Wolf?
Let me see which one you talking about. The blonde.
The blonde.
Yeah. His name is.
Is that Wolf or is that the other one?
No, it's Golden, and let me see the other one. I know the one you talking about. That's the one that get a bucket for himself. The big one is more. The other big one is more traditional. But where does that dude at? Where's it sitting at?
Yeah, it's Wolf.
Wolf, yeah, Wolf.
Yeah. Wolf is a bucket.
Yeah, I saw him play.
He only had 9 and 11, but yeah, he's a bucket. Oh yeah, because you saw him when he went to that.
We went to the SC game. That boy's he's pro ready. He's pro ready. The boy can shoot. I'm telling you that's my sleeper team. That's going to end up going a little bit further than people giving them credit for, because they can play. They can really play, and they got great point guard play. When it was it got close against San Diego. They point guards came down and hit big shots, and their bigs got rebounds. And I think that's what they're gonna do. The point guard play is gonna outplay Auburn's point guard play. Big moments for Auburn always don't work out, and okay. So
I mean, listen, I don't disagree. The more teams that get knocked out, the better for Duke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not yet for Duke, but I'm just saying, don't be surprised. Duke, one of those teams that should win and usually lose to a team that they shouldn't lose to. That's usually Duke's phenomenon.
When I see it's been a lot of these years that we have fell off.
Yeah.
To me, was the lack of depth. We was playing 7 guys, 8 guys, maybe 7 at the max, and we didn't have no depth. But right now, we basically 10 deep, two at each position, and we can play any style you need to play. We can go the 2 bigs, because we got 2 7-footers that are like that. One's more offensive minded, one's more defensive minded, but they both get the job done.
100%.
Cooper Flag. We got the transfer guy from Purdue last year that is helping us out. We got Sion James. Proctor's out here knocking down shots. We got my boy 2K Con Knipple. Like, we pose problems for everybody.
I'm not gonna say I don't. I just told y'all.
What I'm saying, but this is the year where I feel like we have a complete team, and it's just it would have to take, to me, us just having a bad night. That's
what boils down to my point. Usually, Duke, they lose against teams on the day where you didn't think they were supposed to lose, because they shouldn't lose. Like you said, they have a complete team. They're healthy now, and they're going in the tournament. They dominated in the tournament. Wasn't even close. It's just Duke always find those moments to screw up the bag. The bag is there. It's like your dad is a millionaire and you getting an allowance, and all you got to do is just show up. Yeah. All you got to do is show up, and then you don't show up. it's like, we supposed to show up today? Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
not tomorrow.
not tomorrow. I thought my schedule. So we gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna find out. On to the next news. We got the media impact on sports coverage. What we're gonna talk about. How do you feel about the media impact on sports coverage?
I just feel like they don't provide enough context when they be giving these takes. Like they don't really tell me why this team is better than that. Like I don't hear no X and O talk when I hear teams are better. It'd be like, you should fear OKC. Why? Like, what are they doing offensively and defensively that makes them tough? What scheme and why their scheme is better than this? Like they don't give me enough. You feel me? When I'm watching ESPN, and this is a real take. I feel like football coverage is way better than basketball coverage because all the football players, when they get to breaking down why a team is better, they get to breaking down why a team is better. It ain't just all feelings and just everything is always an eye test. They don't never do that. Shaq, Kenny does it because he has that segment in the show. But when Barkley is talking about the NBA, he don't tell me nothing. Oh, the Lakers are a terrible team. Why are they terrible, Chuck? Like, why? Oh, this team's a bad team. Why, Chuck? Like, what makes them a bad team? And what makes this other team so good? Because they can do this, but this, like to me, the media, the NBA media, for the most part, does not provide enough context for why they have these takes. Yeah. And it's really just starting to piss me off. It really is.
You know who I like when it comes to the NBA? It's the white guy. I forgot his name. Tim Legler. And he breaks down the game.
Yes.
And he shows you exactly what's going on in the game, right? Mm-hmm. And I like that. And I think every show, when you're talking about sports, you at least need to have somebody to give you the context. I get it. Some of these people are hired to be media guys because they're personalities. They're not sports analysts. They're not people that understand the game per se. They're media personalities. Like, for example, Shaq and Chuck, right? They're personalities. They know the game. They played the game, but they don't go into intricacies of the game. They don't do all that. That's what I believe Kenny's job is for. Kenny is here to try to break down and give you some sports context to say why this is working, why that ain't working. That's why they got the board where it's like, all right, we got to give you some context. Like we know we ain't just it's and giggles right now. So we break it down. This is why this is working because you see them, they're on the two, whoop, 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 and they drop down. That's going to open up the pass, whoop, 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 whoop. I understand that. And I just think that when it comes to sports, a lot of times football is so technical and they're so in-depth and thorough, and they always give you an example. Whenever they talking about a quarterback, look at such. He's 15 for 25 for 30%. And look at the throws he like to make. They always, it's almost like Chris Berman, ESPN, whenever they talk about something, they give you some highlights, give you some sound bites and some music under it, and then they come back and then they finish up with their point. And that allows players and allows viewers to understand, oh, that's why.
Yes.
And I think for the basketball aspect of it, they don't have too many of those like the J.J. Reddicks, like the, what's his name again? Tim Legler, like the Kenny Smiths, on every show to provide context and to show you why this team is who they are. Give stats, give data, give all these things because people need some context rather than, they're good because they're good. You got to show them why they're good. And I think another thing, too, when it comes to the media, I think they're just doing it for the views, the viewership. It's about, do the viewership really care about all the X's and O's? I just want to hear somebody say X, Y, and Z. I'm just tuning in to watch X, Y, and Z. I can care less about the X's and O's and what that, because I don't even understand it. But for the sports mind people, we want more context. We want more takes on facts and data rather than emotion and opinion of what you believe is to say to be true and what you believe to say to be right. And I think they got to find a balance. It's got
And
to
I
be a
think,
better balance.
and the thing is, I was watching a clip of one of Gil's arenas, and I don't know how long ago it was, but finally somebody like explained it to where it made the most sense. And he was like, NBA players are like the pilot of a plane. Journalists and analysis are the stewardess, and then we, the passengers, are the fans. And he was like, "What the hell is the difference between a stewardess and a fan? We in the same damn situation.
Yeah.
Only difference is you get to talk on the microphone.
Yeah.
You don't really know what the hell is going on when you open them doors and you get into where them damn pilots are.
Yeah.
You don't know what's over there. Because if they was to open that door and tell these analysts, for the most part, to come fly this plane, could you come fly that plane?
Mm.
Nah, because you ain't certified in that. So how can an analyst sit there, for the most part, or a journalist sit there and tell the fan about something that they really don't know about fully to experience? Because we
Yeah.
watching the same thing. And so Gil said, I'm more willing to listen to a diehard fan talk about his team than the analyst. Why? Because a diehard fan is legitimately watching every aspect of that team. And when he was talking, I was like, damn, he must be talking about me.
Hmm.
Because that's how I do. When I'm watching these games, I'm no longer just watching the Lakers play. I'm looking at nah, I know that ain't the defensive coverage.
Right.
Because they ain't that wasn't the defensive coverage last game. So what is this game? Like why are you not the low man in that rotation? And then why are you rotating from him anyway from that area when you're not even that rotational man? It's supposed to be him. Like so that's when I'm watching these analysts give their takes, it gets frustrating
Yeah.
because it's like y'all not watching the game with intentionality outside of just watching the game. And if you are watching with intentionality, it will be good for you to give me more than just, oh, they're terrible. Oh, they're not that good. Oh, they can't win. Oh, the Lakers are too small. What does that even mean? Like I'm watching the Lakers be very good without, you feel me?
Yeah.
What people can't explain to me what is the difference between Derek Lively and Jackson Hayes. Like I just want to know the difference.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I am with that bake, man. It gets like I said, it's just frustrating.
No, I understand it. I get it. It's one of those things where you just got to provide some context.
Give me more context, bro.
You
That's
gotta
all.
you gotta provide some context rather than just some hot takes. They can provide the hot takes all the time. They do it all the time, but you need some context with the hot takes so it don't sound like you just talking just to be talking and you talking like you got some sense. You get what I'm saying? And I think that certain shows they do that and certain shows don't. I think some shows are just meant to be online personalities and sports analysts, like news. It's almost like news. It's not necessarily I'm here to provide you context of why it is. I'm just here to report on a situation. Like, all right, Luka scores 42. I'm not here to tell you why Luka was able to score 42. I'm just here to talk about Luka scoring 42. And let me tell you why that's crazy, because Luka is on the verge of being X, Y, and Z. And that's the thing been done since. I'm only here to report news. I'm not here to give you the context. And I think that a lot of these sports shows need to start bringing in those guys to give you context. So even if you want to be the personality to give your perspective and your opinion, have some context guy to be like, or a girl to just be like, well, you know what, Stephen A, or you know what, Shannon, or well, even with Shannon even on his nightcap, he'll give you breakdown. He'll break it down.
Yeah. Shannon is the reason why I like watching Shannon on TV, especially in football. He don't do it as much in basketball.
Yeah, because he's not a basketball novice.
He's not a basketball guy. He has a little bit of it, but in football, he gonna tell you the coverage they was in.
Yeah.
He gonna tell you the route concept.
Yep.
He gonna tell you why that concept. He gonna tell you what the defense should have been doing. He gives you everything. So as a casual person, you be like, well, damn. Well, I see why that worked or didn't work, because even to the point where you had sent a message about Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
And I said this a while back, Austin Reeves the best third option in the league. So then, you know me, I watch a lot of stuff. You hear Lou Williams and Chandler Parsons bum ass, and I'm going to say it. Yeah, he played in the NBA. But I feel like he a bum. That's a whole nother story for another day. But anyway, they gonna come out and say
That was so random, Chad. I did not expect that. That was so left field. I was like, what?
yeah, man, because his takes, and I'm a Kobe guy.
Yeah.
So when you talk about Kobe, in order for me not to really want to come at you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to have context.
Yeah.
And Chandler Parsons, you wasn't good enough in the league to me to
Yeah.
really be talking about Kobe in that nature.
Yeah.
Because he'll bust your ass 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10. So shut up.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got to talk today. Him and Lou Will was talking about Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
They basically said, well, Lou Will ain't even the third best option in LA.
You mean Austin Reeves?
Yeah, Austin Reeves.
Yeah, 'cause you said Lou
Austin
Will.
Reeves ain't even the third best option in LA. I said, well, who the third best option? Oh, they want to bring up Norman Powell. I said, Norman Powell. I said, hey, check this. I said, Norman Powell, his numbers was elevated due to the simple fact that the Kawhi Leonard didn't play the first half of the goddamn season.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves has had to be the number 3 for both iterations of the Lakers. When it was LeBron and AD, he was a number 3.
Yeah.
And now it's LeBron and Luka, he's the number 3. He never had a chance just to say, like, all right, I'm the number 2 for a long stretch of time.
Right.
You feel me? So when we're talking about him being the best third option to a certain extent, it legitimately means he's really have to be a third option.
Yeah.
Norman Powell didn't have to take a back seat to nobody. It was just him and James Harden.
Yeah.
It was James go score, Norman Powell will get your buckets. And then when we talking numbers, statistically speaking, Austin Reeves is better in shooting percentage and in scoring a little. He's scoring points. He's like 2 points down. He has more assists. He does more rebounding, and he's asked to facilitate and get everybody else involved.
Yeah.
Norman Powell's just asked to get a bucket. Hence the reason why he's only averaging 2 assists on the season.
Yeah.
So when we're talking third options and we're talking what people are providing for their team, here's the context of what I'm talking about. Because you're not telling me what Norman Powell is doing for the Clippers that Austin Reeves is not doing. That what Norman Powell is doing better for the Clippers than what Austin Reeves is not doing for the Lakers.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna provide me all that, then shut up.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, they ain't into the data. They just into the emotional and the hot takes.
I say
It's hot takes. That's what they look at. It's hot takes and opinions. And that's why we try to keep our stuff based off facts. And our opinions are led by some of the facts. And we can have some emotional disagreement or opinional disagreements. It is what it is. You're bound for that. But most of the time, it's rooted in factual information. It's rooted from factual things that's going on. Like when I seen the clip yesterday, I was just saying, hey man, I agree. Austin Reeves been balling, and he's showing that he's up there, and Lakers definitely better keep him in the long haul. They better not get rid of that man. You know, Brian don't got that much longer. Him and Luka are going to be the future.
Listen, a Luka right now, a Luka and AR combo.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's tough, and that's why when I'm talking about the Lakers, bro, and who they should fear, OKC is the only team because I know OKC can guard.
Yes, I was about to say that.
OKC can guard, and because they can guard, that's what's gonna make it tough on the Lakers. The positive thing about it is the Lakers can guard back against OKC because where the Lakers' weakness is, OKC really just ain't gonna take advantage of.
Right.
Because they're not about to come down and give it to Hartenstein 15, 20 times a game and tell them to go get a bucket. You feel me? So because
Shea gonna have that ball.
Huh?
Shea SGA gonna have that ball.
Yeah, so it's like the advantage offensively that they would technically have, they can't really exploit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so that's but still overall, they can guard. SGA can guard. Jay Will can guard.
And we've seen what happened with the teams that guard the Lakers very, very well. It makes it tough for the perimeter.
That's why I'm looking at OKC as like they're like that. You feel me? Because I know they can
Houston can guard too. They just don't guard consistently.
Yeah, but I don't fear Houston's defensive. Like, I don't fear Jalen Green.
Yeah.
I don't fear Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks can guard.
Yeah.
Tyree Easton can guard.
Yeah.
Amir Thompson, he's more athletic. He just poses problems.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking at like those teams, I don't fear those teams as far as like you said, the consistent guard. I know OKC is gonna guard for
Yeah.
48 minutes.
Hey, Minnesota been going the hell out of that basketball right now.
Them too.
They've been playing really
But
good, dog.
but the Lakers just it's just a psychological thing with them. We just own Minnesota. We've been owning Minnesota since
Yeah.
the Shaq and Kobe days.
Yeah.
We just-
So hopefully, but I definitely understand what you're talking about when it comes to the media. It just gotta provide context. But I think a lot of times it's based off views. They're like, look, man, these people who watch, I think they look at the metrics, and the metric says that these are our viewers, and these viewers don't know nothing about what we talking about or whatever the case may be. So we gotta simplify it, and they look at it from a sense of I'm gonna simplify this so simple where I'm just gonna give you a hot take and then you take it. That's just what it is. I'm gonna give you.
Do you think? Let me ask you this, bro. Do you think that if they gave more context, you can get more views because now you're able to give the casual fan actual insight to what they don't know?
I think, of course, it can help a little bit, but again, it's based off your audience. If your audience don't care about that, then that's why they got those shows that go a little bit more in depth. That's why they got those shows for the audience who love that kind of stuff. They geek out on. I want to see that. I don't give a dang just about somebody just talking. It's like a radio show. You know what I mean? A radio show that you can see visually where people just giving opinions, because they don't really give you the facts on a radio show per se. They just give you some stats, and then they don't break down and tell you, well, in a 2-3 you posted, they just give you, hey, he went 10 for 15 from shooting, had about 44 points, 10 assists. What you think about that guy? I think it was phenomenal when you see him dunking and shooting and to be able to get to the bucket anytime. It looks amazing. I'm scared of LeBron James. And then people are like, oh, man, I'm scared of LeBron James, whatever the case may be. And I think that they got those shows for a reason, and they do what they do. But I would like the balance. I think the balance is good. I always think balance is good.
The NBA needs the same show that the NFL has. And people don't watch it as often. I try to watch it as much as I can. It's called NFL Matchup. And on NFL Matchup is legitimately just a show that breaks down the game of football and shows you why this team is successful and what they're going to be and what they're trying to be successful with heading into the new week.
Yeah.
And like they break down probably about 5 to 6 games a week. And, they also, talk about other games, but the NBA needs an NBA matchup type show where the whole sole focus is on breaking down what are they doing schematically to allow them to be successful and how that looks at different times. And I think you can bring in a whole new wave of viewers because you have a lot of the geeks like me, myself, that want more information. Because when I'm sitting here providing all my information to myself, because now I'm forcing myself to become a better basketball savant, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
But anyway, man, hopefully the media started to get a little bit better with the balance. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be tough because a lot of stuff is on ratings. All right, next topic of the day. NFL rule changes. We got some rule changes coming up. Roger Goodell making some changes. How do you feel about these new NFL rules?
So we got 4 rules that was proposed in the last owners meeting. First rule is the tush push.
The Philly move.
Yeah,
Philly play.
Green Bay brought that to the forefront to get rid of the tush push. And here's my thing. I think you need to get rid of it unless you're going to give the defense the same advantage. And if you're not going to give the defense the same advantage, then you got to get rid of the tush push. Because the problem with the tush push is the fact that you're allowing running backs, tight ends, or whatever to build momentum in order to push the quarterback forward. But the defense don't get the same luxury of being able to push their D lineman forward to generate the same amount of force and power to stop said thing. So if the defense can't do it, and it's illegal because the defensive players were for extra points and stuff, would just line up, have people lined up, push the dudes, and that's how they would get blocks. They outlawed it for safety issues. Took that away from the defense. But then now has been okay with the offense being able to do the same thing you said the defense can't do, and y'all call that okay. No, that's sus to me, bro. That's just sus.
Now here's my thing. I hear you. It's sus. But everybody got the opportunity to do it. But there's only one team that is very successful at doing it, and that's Philadelphia Eagles. And I felt like this is a ploy for Philly to be like, we tired of y'all. Because again, think about it. The tush push is for everybody to use in any game, right? But the one team that is very successful at it, that's known for being successful at it, and that does it and mastered the tush push, is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, but a part of the mastery behind it is the fact that you can push the guy forward.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's not a.
And my thing is, because the defense can't push people forward, then the offense shouldn't be allowed to push people forward either.
Here's my thing. If everybody has that same ability to do it, right? Why don't they do it to the capacity of the Eagles?
Because the Eagles is more successful about it with the style of quarterback that they have. Not everybody has a 6'1.5", 240 quarterback that got.
Hey, that ain't his fault. They drafted him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
Because-
get it. I think that they gotta. Here's my thing. I'm not. It's like dang. You know what I'm saying? We hating because they successful at it. But I understand the safety of it. Number one. Number two.
Take away the pushing.
No pushing.
Just have him take away the pushing. All you got to do. All teams want is the fact to eliminate the formation in itself. No
It's
one's
cool.
complaining about.
It's the pushing. No more pushing.
No more pushing. You can't get extra leverage from somebody else.
No.
You take away that, you won't have no complaints.
Yep.
The only issue is the push.
Yeah. Now it would be interesting to see if the Eagles can still be successful without the push.
And see, here's the thing. They are successful without the push.
Hmm.
And so they don't need the push, but the push is there that can help out in that sticky situation
Yeah.
where it's like,
I
he
need
ain't
that.
got it.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
Because they dang near about 85 to 90% success rate when they push when they do it or whatever. What's rule number 2? What another rule they changing?
Rule number 2, overtime rule.
Again?
So they
What do they want to do with the overtime?
They want to go to where they go to a 15-minute quarter, and both teams get a possession no matter who scores a touchdown. They want to implement that during the regular season. But instead of, so what they did
What it was in the regular season, first team to score
first team to score a touchdown.
or stop and then score?
Yeah, so if you kick the field goal, the other team gets a possession. But
Okay.
if you score a touchdown, then the game is over. Or a safety or a touchdown, because that's
So-
basically you have possession and you lost it.
So now they
So here's the proposal. They wanted to get it to where it's more like the playoffs, because in the playoffs, both teams get a possession regardless of whether you score a touchdown or not. So they want to implement that in the regular season, but extend the game to 15 minutes, because what they did was they shortened overtime to 10 minutes as a safety thing. So they wanted to shorten
man,
overtime.
look,
And so,
look,
yeah,
man,
so that's
hold
what's being
on,
proposed.
bro. First of all, here's my thing. If I'm on, I understand giving somebody an opportunity to get a possession. I ain't mad at that. Okay, if you want to do that, that's fine. That's fair game, because sometimes things can happen or whatever the case may be. And you may, let's say they had a comeback. Defense been on the field for a long time now. They about to go back on the field, and you go out there and you score, and boom, boom, and they get an opportunity to score or whatever the case may be. And if they don't score, the game's over. But when you start adding more time, bro, how much time do you need, dog? 10 minutes is a long time.
Well, they just basically making it a quarter, because 15 minutes is a normal quarter. So they just want to make it just.
But even with, I like the rule of, stop me. Stop. Look, if we shouldn't even be in overtime in the first place, number one.
Yep.
If we did our job in 4 quarters, number one, we should be good. And here's the thing: once we stop them, a field goal wins the game. Once we stop, if they kick a field goal, we still get another chance to either tie or score. So at the end of the day, all we gotta do is don't let them score. Like, that's some sucker stuff. That's some soft butter biscuit.
And that has been my thing. Those dudes get paid over there to make stops. That's what you are getting paid millions of dollars.
You try to make it the guarantees. I don't like that. I don't like, because then you're gonna have a long ass game, bro. I don't want no long game. I don't want no back and forth.
Saying, the big time quarterbacks don't get a chance to respond.
So
So
that ain't your fault.
tell the big time quarterbacks and they big time ass defense to get a stop. And
Get
then
a
that
stop.
Big time quarterback can get on the field.
Get a stop.
Like,
Get a
that's
stop.
it.
Because all you know what's about to happen in this game. It is so hard to stop somebody four downs. So if they score, you know they ain't gonna punt. They're going for it every down.
Damn near, unless
So-
they like only like they 20th, unless they like really in their
No. What I'm saying, if a team scores and they get the ball, they're not punting the ball. They can't punt the ball because if they punt the ball, the game's over.
And here, Bake, and to your point, that's an advantage for the other team because you're in 4 down. You're playing for 4 downs every time.
Every time. So now you're gonna put the defense that had that offense score in a disadvantage because now all of a sudden they gotta go for it. And all you're gonna have is a go for it. And no, bro, stop the team from scoring, win the game. Simple. I don't agree with that rule. Rule number 3. What we rocking with?
Rule number 3. Hold up, was the other one? Oh yeah. They want to make playoff teams not be so based on you having a home game because of your record. That if you win your division, that it should be based on the record, and not that because you won your division, you automatically get a home game. For example, Minnesota finished 14-3 when Detroit finished 15-2, but Minnesota had to go travel on the road because they didn't win their division. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers finished 9-8 and got a home game. So they're saying if you win your division, you're still in, but your record should determine whether you get a home game or not, which I agree with. I don't think
I don't agree with that.
So your division is trash and you get the benefit because your division trash?
Hey, man. At the end of the day, a divisional champion is a divisional champion. If you are a
That's
division,
what it is. You won your division.
yeah. If
That's
you
what
are a
you want.
divisional champion, that is guaranteed a home seat, a home
No.
game.
Nah.
I believe that if it doesn't matter. I'm not because every year everybody's division ain't gonna be the strongest or the toughest or whatever the case may be. So you can't fault me because my division was soft butter biscuits. And just because they got losing records don't mean they got blown out every game. It could have been some close games. It could have been lost by 3, lost by 1, or whatever the case may be. We've seen teams that can't win in clutch moments. Doesn't mean the team is bad. I don't think if you want not if here's my thing. This is what I mean by watering down and putting favoritism to people. I get it. If you have a good record, I understand that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And at the end of the day, if you the better team, you should win. But here's the thing. You want everything to be on a silver platter. You didn't win your division, number 1. Now you want the ability to play at home when you ain't won nothing. You're not a champion. You just got a better record. You ain't won no championship. You ain't no champion leader. You just got a better record. If you,
5 games.
it don't matter. You're still not a champion. So now, me being a champion, I got to go to your house and give you the benefit of the doubt when you ain't won nothing? All you got is a better record?
Yeah.
No, that ain't how it
The
works.
better record says that I'm the better team.
So if you the better team, beat me on my home team.
No. Why do I need to go to your place? You didn't prove nothing.
Okay, because
If you
it's
were
like
so
college
good-
football. It's like college football.
If you were-
Champions get an automatic bid. The champions get an automatic bid, and then they get the home seat, just like in college. Not necessarily the record. It's the winner of the champion get the home seat or whatever. For football, college football. The champions of their division, like you got the Power Fives. If you won in the Power Five, you get home seat. It ain't you win Power Five and you not at the home seat. You get what I'm saying? You not playing at home. You playing at home in that first round. My thing is this.
But the thing is, in college football, the division conference winners had better records than the at-large bids.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
Okay.
No.
Because we just expanded to 12.
Because look. Oregon lost. They didn't win the conference. They was
Oregon won the pack. Oregon won the Big Ten, but they had a bye, so they had 4 teams with a bye. Then you had the other 8 that had to play for the other spots.
Notre Dame, right? They played.
Notre Dame had a home game, but don't even play in no conference.
Well, that's because they don't have a conference.
Penn State.
No,
Penn
Notre
State
Dame. I thought Notre Dame ACC. They not ACC.
No, Notre Dame's independent.
Oh.
Penn State had a home game and they lost in the conference championship.
They lost in the conference championship.
Yeah. Who won the
Who did they play
SMU?
against? Who did they play?
I forgot who they played. They played SMU. SMU won the ACC, but had to go to Penn State, who lost in the conference championship.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly. My point exactly.
That's crazy. I don't think that's fair though. I think that they should have went to. Here's my thing, and I'm gonna stand on this. If you the better team, beat me. At the end of the day, Let me ask you this. Say for the sake of argument, we using Tampa Bay and Minnesota. Bet.
We played one-on-one. We had a head-to-head matchup at some point during the season.
Yeah.
And we beat y'all. So y'all went 9-8, and we were one of y'all 8 losses. We finished 14-3. Detroit finished 15-2. Y'all finished 9-8, and we beat y'all head-to-head. But we got to come to Tampa Bay because y'all won the division. When on paper, we ran that fade and we was the better team.
But they didn't even play. They didn't even play Tampa Bay. They played somebody else.
They played the Rams.
Yeah, and the Rams, who won their division? They did, right? Yeah. And the Rams didn't have a bad record. It was what?
No, the Rams was 11-6.
Okay. Beat the Rams.
I'm looking at it as my division is tough. My gauntlet is tougher. Just because I couldn't run my gauntlet because
so strength of schedule, is that what you want to bring in strength of schedule? Is that what we doing?
We got to bring it strength of schedule. We just got to look at the record.
Nah, because what if I have a easier? You know how some teams got easier schedules. So what if I have an easy schedule? What if I'm playing all below 500 and my record is 14-2, and I still didn't win my division?
That's it. But you win your division at 9-8, and I win my division at 14-2. I am 5 games.
I hear you, but the thing is, they didn't even play Tampa Bay. They played the Rams.
Yeah, but overall, I'm still 5 games better.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm gonna say it like this: if you 5 games better than me, beat me. It shouldn't even be a contest.
I want to be at home when I beat you.
Nah, because that means. Look, I don't think we should take away people's championships and that automatic seat to get that home field advantage. You won division.
You automatically get into the playoff.
No, you should get an automatic home seat. You should get a home game. That's how I stand. I believe. I don't like that rule. I think people, again, just because you got a better record, you trying to have a soft butter biscuit for you. Like, nah, win the division. Yeah. Win your division and stop complaining, man. That's what's wrong with people now. They want it sweet all the way around. You want to get the home seat advantage. You ain't won nothing. You just got a better record. Nah, fool. Come to my crib. If you really that good, champs going to have to play on the road anyway. Beat me then. Beat me. What's number 4?
And the last rule is they want to take away illegal contact and defensive holding and not make that an automatic first down. And I like that rule.
Automatic first down.
Yeah, so
just make it a 5-yard penalty.
A 5-yard defensive hold and automatically turn into a first down.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like 5 yards and whatever down is supposed to be. We played it down. Yeah. Don't get nobody no first down because that's some bullshit stuff.
Because it'd be 3rd and 25.
And that ain't gonna give you no first down.
Like, you got the 5-yard rule where you can jam. And then you get held at 7 yards. And he ain't even a part of the play. Like the quarterback looking over here.
And you get automatic first down. Nah, I don't like that.
His referee saw that and threw the flag. And now 3rd and 23, you get automatic first down?
Yeah.
I don't like
that. I don't like that either. I would agree. Make it 5 yards and replay it down and whatever you got, you got to get it. You got to. Look, the offense already got water and juice and Pringles and cupcakes and everything you want. The defense is already at a disadvantage, and I feel like a lot of times too, like it's hard to play defense, but at the same time, defenders nowadays, they don't play to defend. They just play to grab. They're not playing the ball a lot of times. There's rare cornerbacks in this league that really, really lock into those old school cornerbacks where, yeah, you got more physical back in the day. Don't get me wrong, but they was playing to get interceptions. They was playing to get pass breakups. A lot of times, defenders don't even know where the ball at. That'd be killing me, dog. I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? You just too busy worried about grabbing somebody. So at the end of the day, I like it, but I don't want what to happen is they just start grabbing knowing it's a 5 yard and they keep doing it. I think too excessive is an automatic. I think if you do two times consecutively, it's automatic.
I think it should be based on the yardage of the down. 15 or more, then it should just be 5. 10 or under, then you can give me the first down. I don't think you should like as if I would like, especially if where it happens at, because for the most part, you don't really get defensive holding on plays like down the field. That's gonna be more just PI, and that's a spot foul, and I'm cool with that. But the defensive holding tends to happen like I'm trying to jam the dude and I grabbed him.
So you want to give him a first down if it's within 10 yards?
Within 10. Because it's like that 5 to 10 is cool. When it's I'm looking at like 3rd and 20 and you get a defensive holding, that's an automatic first down. Like I'm not cool with that. But like
wait, where do you get the defensive hold at? Is it defensive hold? I like the idea what you were saying. That's what I thought you were saying. I like the idea if it's 15 more yards or downfield,
or
then you get the first. And if it's
wherever the holding is should be the penalty yards that you're assessed. So if
that amount to the first down, then that amounts to the first down.
That amounts to a first down.
Yeah.
But if it don't amount to a first down, then you should.
I felt. Here's the thing: if it's 10 or below, 5 yard penalty. If it's above 10, it's a spot of the foul, or is it? I say automatic first down, 10 yard penalty, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, because we saying the same thing. So like 10 and below, it's an automatic first.
No, I don't give you automatic first. 10 and below, 5 yards, replay down. 10 and more, like 11 or more, automatic first down. Spot foul. Not even spot foul. I think you get the 10 yards. You get the 10 yards in automatic first down.
Like this. It's 3rd and 23, and I hold you at 10 yards. Then it should be
5 yards.
Holding. You get the 10, so now it's 3rd and 13.
Oh, you said 3rd and 13.
Yeah, so I'm saying, hear me. So it's say, for example, it's 3rd and 23, right? Boom. And I hold you at 10 yards.
Yeah.
Right? So you get the defensive holding, but then instead of it being a first down, now it's 3rd down and 13 because we just took off the 10 yards.
You mean 3rd down and 3?
No, it was 3rd and 23, babe. Listen to me.
Oh, I thought you said 3rd and 3.
No,
Man, you throwing all these numbers at me, dog. I'm like,
it was 3rd and 23.
Yeah.
I got a 10-yard holding penalty.
Yeah.
Now I just decrease it by 10 yards to 3rd and 13 instead of being an automatic first down. Versus if it's 3rd and 10 and I got a defensive holding penalty, now we can just march it off. Or again, it could just still be a spot foul.
Here's my thing. I think that'd be too complicated.
Just make the defensive holding matter for what the yards that they were potentially.
I get what you're trying to say, but that can get caught. Here's my thing. I'm going to simplify this thing right now. Roger Dale called me on my line. I got you right now. Here it is right now. Look, here it is. If it's under 10, or if it's 10 and under, get 5 yards, replay down. Simple. If it's more than 10, you get 10 yards, automatic first down. The only place –
well, they don't need no damn automatic.
No. Because think about it. I'm looking at this. If it's 10 or more, it becomes into that PI range almost, right? But I'm not gonna give you the spot, right? Or whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna necessarily say if you do it 15 yards, I'm gonna give you the spot and give you 15 yards from there. Nah, I'm just gonna say, all right. You get automatic first down, we get 10 yards, and we replay because it gets too technical. Because now it's like, well, he did it at the 15-yard, so we're going to give you 15 yards, but it's still 3rd down. So it's like
it's not technical because you're being penalized for the yardage that you were penalized in. You're not being penalized for that. For example.
But then that people would do it, right? More people would do more often.
Yeah, here's the thing. Let me ask you this. On offense, when you get an offensive holding, what happens?
You get 10 yards.
And then what?
Replay down.
Replay down. So you lose 10, but you still get the same amount of downs to go get that 10 back.
Yeah.
That's unfair. To me, if you want to make it equal to where so now we want to get out of people holding and not doing stuff, make sure we do it the other way.
So 10 yards and replay the down?
No, you get 10. So you get a holding, and it should be instead of, if we accept the penalty, it should be 1st and 20. No, if you get a holding, it should be the holding plus 2nd and 20. So now you lose an extra down to try to get that 20 yards. To me, you do that, then you can do
So
whatever you want.
so for example, if the offense is 1st and 20 and the defense hold, then they get 10 yards, replay down. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then,
I'm speaking on both levels.
because that's what I mean. Going by the analogy, you're saying if you hold, you get 10 yards and replay it down. So if the offense is 3rd and 20 and the defense hold, you get 10 yards, not a spot, but you get automatic 10 and replay it down.
We could do it like that too. I feel
All
like
right,
that's
that's probably, yeah, we could do that. And then then you replay it down, but now instead of 3rd and 20, it'd be 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
There it is, right there.
So
Roger
you make
Goodell
it-
hit us up. We just gave you
You
the
make it
T.
a 10-yard. You make it a 10-yard penalty. Now, if
10 yards. And if the 10 yards were equivalent to a first down, you get the first down.
then it's first down.
There it
Make
is.
it like that. Make defensive holding a 10-yard penalty plus a replay it down.
Yeah.
The same way you make offensive holding a 10-yard penalty plus a replay it down.
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
Let's do that.
Godell, call us.
Odell, hit us up. Hit us up, man.
Owners, all 32 owners. Bring
Hit
us
us
in.
up. We got you. We just told you how to do it. Defensive holding the same as offensive holding. No matter the yardage of what the offense is down, so it can make it fair. If it's 3rd and 30, we get a 10-yard penalty, a holding. And I feel like now you're going to have a lot of defenders holding because it's like, I'm hold your butt because it's only 10. So now it's going to be 3rd and 20 instead of 3rd and 30, and we still got a chance to get you off the field. So it's some strategy.
It's some strategy, but like I said, that's why I feel like you got to do something. Or if you don't want to do that, then you need to make offensive holding penalties, and you need to make offensive penalties account for the same thing, because offensive penalties, they give the offense an extra try when you get the penalty.
Yeah.
A false start is 5 yards plus the down a move.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm willing to concede false start because there has been no movement in the play. In offensive holding, there's movement in that play.
Right.
You feel me? You held me and prevented me from getting a sack. So now my sack that I would have got, I can't get to make the down count. So you can hold me and then you still get the extra down? Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
So then you will start eliminating. So what would happen, back to your point? Now offensive linemen technically have to become better.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to be punished the same way. You hold, not only do you get 10 yards, and we're moving the second down.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's 2nd and 20 versus, hold, we accept the penalty as 1st and 20.
Right.
Like, nah, bro, that's unfair.
No, I feel it. I'm all about making it fair. And before we wrap up, we got to get into the last topic of the day.
Yes, sir.
Wait, no, that's not. That's the wrong one. My bad, y'all. My bad. One. Nope, that's the wrong one, too. I got it. I'm going to get it right this time. Wrestling recap. Yes, sir. We got to talk about some wrestling recap. How you feel, man? The triple threat. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk.
The way I felt about it last week, I still kind of feel the same way. I feel like they just trying to have 3 of the megastars on the same platform. But I understood your
It's in
take.
Vegas, yeah.
I understood your take of, if we put them all 3 out there, then nobody gets buried. So everybody's able to elevate to different storylines without having someone to disappear. So if they're going by your logic, Bake, I'm willing to accept it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going. When you do triple threats, it's to save everybody. It's to not, because if we do one-on-one, I beat you. That mean, and you know, in wrestling, it's like I'm better that day, and now you kind of lose some steam. But if it's a triple threat, so much can happen in a triple threat where maybe you get hit with a chair, right, and then or you accidentally hit somebody with it, or you hit somebody that you wasn't supposed to hit with a chair, and then somebody come in, and like it's so many things where you can be like, well, he technically won, but he didn't win by itself. Like, if it wasn't for this, who knows?
CM Punk said it. Roman, you ain't never beat me, or both of y'all have never beat me without the help of the other.
Yeah. I didn't know Roman Reigns beat CM Punk.
I don't remember Roman Reigns and CM Punk having a match.
Yeah. That's why I was like, but maybe he was talking on futuristic things. I don't know. I was like, when did they fight? I don't even, because I don't know if they fought back in the day. Maybe it was back in the day. But I like the concept of where they're going, because Seth is like, look, we got history, Roman, but this is bigger than you. I'm trying to eliminate the toxicity. I'm trying to eliminate the cancer. I'm trying to eliminate the CM Punks of the world who think it's sweet to just come in and he can get the top seat all over again. No, he needs to go. He is a toxic person into our facility. Huh?
They did have a match.
They did? When did they fight?
They had a match on Raw, January 6, 2014.
Oh, wait. Oh, because of the Shield, right? The Shield.
I think that's the Shield era.
Yeah, the Shield.
Let's see how the match ended real quick.
Yeah, see how the match ended. I didn't know. This is back in the day.
Yeah, this is just 11 years ago, Brody.
Yeah. So this is brewing. Who?
Trying to see how the match ended. I'm trying to fast forward. Oh, I think the Shield showed up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
So they did. I think they did because the rumor has it CM Punk was supposed to be the leader of the Shield.
Did show up, but so did DX.
Yeah, but he ended up winning. Like I think that the way it was supposed to go, CM Punk was supposed to be the leader faction of the Shield. He was supposed to lead the leading faction, but they changed it and it didn't go that route. But he was supposed to be to be.
Yeah. Roman did win because they did a classic. That was a classic Raw night, so they had the blue. It was a classic old school Raw.
Yeah, and the way it was supposed to go, CM Punk was supposed to be the faction leader of the Shield back in the day, and they didn't go with that route. They just said, nah, we're gonna keep them ourselves and not have a faction leader, and they're just gonna create ruckus, which was brilliant.
So now when CM Punk said it has more credence.
Yeah, it has more because I didn't know. So yeah, Roman Reigns did, and I think.
Cool. So now that gives it good storylining from CM Punk.
Seth Rollins will get pinned by CM Punk.
That's what you think?
I don't think they're gonna let Roman Reigns get beat by CM Punk just yet. Because I think it's gonna start a whole bunch of stuff. I think if CM Punk beats Roman, it could because
what about Roman beating Seth?
No. Roman would not win at WrestleMania.
What's I'm saying? I'm looking at like Roman beats Seth, and now you have the stereotype of you still didn't beat me between him and CM Punk, which then creates the battle for the wise man.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, Seth is gonna lose. He's the fall guy because Seth can take it. Seth, pause. It sounded bad, but he can. He's the guy. He did it last year. He lost everything at last year, but he sacrificed everything for the greater good of the company. He's one of the greatest company's man ever in sports entertainment. He does whatever it needs to be done to elevate his colleagues in the business.
Really, everything needs to elevate the business.
Yeah, so I think when he says visionary, it's very true. He's a visionary of what he does, and I think that he's going to take the fall. CM Punk is going to win, and I think it's going to create the two things going to happen. You're going to have the friction between CM Punk and Roman because he's going to be like, you never beat me. And then you still got the drama between Seth Rollins and Roman because it's like, I'm tired of you being the reason why for my downfall. I need to whoop your ass too. So it's a lot of dynamics. I just don't know how they're going to do it, but I think Seth is the pin guy. I would be shocked if they let Roman Reigns get beat.
Yeah. But I mean,
two WrestleManias in a row.
That element is good though. Roman Reigns getting beat twice, that makes him a little bit more human. So you know how it is when you become human, your chase looks better.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just the dominant guy. You feel me? Because no one's about to have another run like Roman had.
No,
that was a special coming out of COVID or in COVID, coming out of COVID.
Yeah,
he basically carried the franchise.
He put the franchise in the place it is right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He carried.
Put it in, and not only did he carry, he did something that no other WWE champion has done, which is elevate so many different other characters during his run, like the Usos. Nobody was talking about the Usos as single player, like single champions, and they have their own storyline.
Jay came from that.
Sami Zayn. You know what I'm saying? Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. He put their aura on a different stratosphere because it was like even the Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was nice, but that storyline that entwingles with the bloodline, it built everybody brand up.
It does.
Like for real.
Very much.
And their stories are still interconnected, even though they're doing their own separate things. That's the beauty of this being the greatest storyline in sports entertainment history. Because even though those people doing other things, they're still interconnected with the bloodline
To some extent.
to some extent. And they can always come back and say, I've never forgotten what you did to me.
Yeah.
And so I love it. Now let's talk about the Cody and the John Cena confrontation.
Hey,
We got to talk about it.
Cena came out. I didn't think it was bad. I just wanted something different.
And I like it that he didn't give you what you wanted.
I wanted something different.
But that goes to what he was talking about. He said no, because he even said, y'all was like, ooh, what is he going to come out with? He's going to come out with new music. No, you don't get that no more. I'm tired of being your puppet. I'm not about to give you the satisfaction of controlling and dictating what I do and how I move. This is a toxic relationship, and I'm done. I'm going to be what I'm going to be, and you're going to look like me.
That man said it's toxic, babe.
Oh, it's toxic. That was so epic by John Cena because it was something that I didn't think he was going to get that dark. He got dark.
He did.
He went at kids. John Cena don't get at kids. He went at a kid.
Make a full hill like because we gotta believe it,
Bruh, and I think that kid was a plant. I think that kid was. I don't think that was like. Maybe it is, but I don't think that was authentic. I think
it worked out. I think
yeah.
Bought a front row seat.
Yeah, I think they bought the kid a front row seat and said, "Hey, we're gonna put the shirt on. John Cena's gonna come at you. Please just put on a sad face." And the kid did what he was supposed to do.
That's the case. Good job. You got a future in wrestling.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For real. Here's my thing with the story. I love the story because Cody comes out and the pop is so crazy. And we talked about this. We talked about Cody having a villain that makes his superstardom and his heroicism at a higher height. And John Cena became that villain, what he did. The most hated person right now. Like, why, John? Why? And Cody was about to come out and be like, why, John? Why? And then he said, hey, man, you whining. You being a little BIE. You being a little BIE, man. This. Where's your balls at?
Yeah.
Oh, he coming back. But Cody was like, where your balls at? Where you at? What? Why? I thought I was coming to fight 16-time John Cena, world heavyweight champion, John Cena. But I don't know what I got. I got some soft butter biscuits right now. That's what I got. I got the soft butter biscuit. You ain't even edible. You ain't even all the way done yet. So whenever you want to get your panties out of a bunch and you want to put on your drawers, dog, holla at me. Cause I don't want to this version of you, I'm a dog walk you.
Yeah.
I don't put no fear on me. I'm laughing.
Like, I don't even take you serious. Like,
exactly.
Like, this little whiny John Cena ain't hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Yeah.
This ain't even Dr. Thugonomics.
Yeah.
This is John Cena.
But I love it, though. Because, you know what I love that was so powerful about that segment? John Cena didn't say nothing after that. You know how powerful that is? He said, okay. He just gave him the look like, you don't even know what I have up my sleeve for you, Mr. Rhodes. You think it's sweet. You think that you got the one up. And I love that he knows he's playing chess when Cody is playing checkers. And I really do think Cody's about to get dog walked at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a WrestleMania main event night 2. And Cody Rhodes is going to lose the WWE Championship. They need
to make this no disqualification. I need to see some blood.
Oh yeah, it's going to be the final boss is going to come back. But I'm telling you right now, Cody Rhodes will lose because John Cena is playing chess with Cody, and I love the story. He's like, first, this is my first layer. I need to tell the fans why I did because I'm tired of being your puppet. I'm tired of being your servant.
And the next layer is he gonna tell Cody why you ain't me. Because we gotta have that confrontation where he let Cody know, like, oh yeah, I liked you and this, and this, and he gonna let him know, Cody, no matter what you do, you ain't gonna never be John Cena, baby.
Here's the thing, though. I think he take a different approach. This is the approach I think he takes. I think he says, "You don't get it. You're just like me.
Okay, I see the approach you're talking about.
Naive, stupid,
Yep.
dumb. All they're gonna do,
hands.
you're gonna be just like me, Cody,
Yeah.
in an abusive relationship.
You become. Think about what they, because I bring up. Think about what they did to Hogan.
Yeah,
Remember, Hogan was beloved.
yeah,
But then when Hogan was no longer Hogan, everybody fell off of him. That's the reason why the WWE had to get rid of it, because
Yeah.
he wasn't selling like that, and it
Yeah.
was Hulk Hogan.
yeah.
You feel me? John Cena, I did everything, but all of a sudden I started getting the Cena sucks, and like why? How does Cena? So I
Yeah,
see it.
I think he comes with that approach to Cody and says, "You're dumb," and that's going to be your downfall, Cody. You're falling in the same mistakes that I made for 15, whatever years.
25 years.
25 years, and I'm gonna show you the level that you would never be able to reach. And I like it. Cody gonna be like, "What, man? Get the." And then John Cena again. He's playing chess. Cody's playing checkers.
I still won't see him change his outfit.
I don't think he changed it. I don't think he changed it.
I know he won't, but I want to see like a corporate Cena,
In the suit?
not necessarily a suit, just I don't know, or maybe like a Dr. Thugonomics 2.0.
I don't know. He too old to make it real. I like it because it's like, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm on my last Raw. My time is now. This is my time, and this is how I want to go out. When you try to do it in a way where it don't make sense, it'll be interesting. But I think he's too old to do it now, and be kind of mosky. No homo. As he came out with some trunks, like
the ones he had on when he started.
like some trunks. Like nah, not those, but like maybe some trunk. Like, you know how some wrestlers like Triple H, they wear the little draws or whatever the case may be. He came out in trunks. You know what I mean? Came out in some trunks, came out like something different. I think the Thugonomics is cool, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe you wear all black Jordans or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I think if he was to change, he had to change his whole fit. He had to change his whole image, and I don't think he want to do that right now. I think he's going out on his shield, and I think he's going to come out. I wanted just some new music. I wanted some darker music. I like The Rock's music. I like The Rock's new Final Boss music.
But the thing is I want this dark Cena, but I need the Cena with the jokes too, because now like the jokes gonna hit different because it's a different side of it. Because Cena was good at cutting promos and being real, and like Cena promos is always throwing real jabs at you in that moment.
I think he gave you a little bit. I just don't know, because this version of him is a vulnerable side of Cena. I think he's going to snap.
Yeah,
it's a build-up.
Like if he snaps, we're gonna get the chair shots. You gonna get the steel steps.
Oh no, it's coming. And I love it. It's coming. It's, of course, and he's going to snap as we get closer. Right now, that was chess move 1. He's going to have a moment where remember the Rock and Cody moment where he got beat up so bad at the bus, and and all it's going to do is make Cody look even greater as a heroic figure. Like, wow, it's going to be so graphic what he does to Cody.
But it also gives us that, like, it became too much for Cody to overcome. That's the reason why he couldn't win.
Yes, he's got to lose. Cody's character has to lose at WrestleMania. John has to sell out, and then you can have it where he can still be a heel, but that transition of like, I don't really know if I want to end it this way, but I signed over my soul to the final ball. You get what I'm saying? Where, he can still finish on his shield, but we gonna see, man. We gonna see. But WrestleMania is geared. It's a lot of great storylines coming. It's a lot of great stuff happening.
You see the Street Profits, they trying to be heel, but they still getting cheered like baby faces.
It just
No matter what they do,
it
the
don't.
music is different.
Yeah.
Still ain't no different.
It don't matter, dog. Some people just the crowd. Look, if the crowd don't want you to be a heel, you're not gonna be a heel. But I think I think the Bianca addition will help them become more of a heel because they want to boo Bianca.
How you feeling about the Rhea Ripley inserting herself into that matchup?
I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good because I think Io Sky and Bianca is not WrestleMania match worthy. No disrespect to Io. I think
box office. It's
just not box office match.
It's not a WrestleMania box
But
office.
again, they doing a triple threat to save wrestlers. Triple threats are usually there to save, is not to bury. And I think what they're doing is like, we're not going to bury Io. We're not going to have Bianca just dog Io like that.
I think they need to make that. They need to make their match a ladder match.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
They make it a ladder match because females in a ladder match don't happen often outside of like Money in the Bank. And I think when you add that physicality to it, it gives it.
And it lets Io shine too.
I knew it was about to happen.
Oh man, my dog didn't messed up. Yeah. Anyway, y'all. My dog cooking or something. He doing something, chat. Anyway, man, but y'all let us know how y'all feel about WrestleMania as we get closer. We're about 4 weeks out. 4 weeks away to the big Mania night. And let us know as well with the topics that we talked about at hand with the sports. Who's the number one seat that has the worst or the biggest challenge to make it to the championship? The new NFL rules. Let us know how you feel about some of those NFL rules that we discussed. Also, let us know how you feel about the media and how they portray and cover the game. I think that's a big deal for sure. And then last but not least, all the wrestling recaps, all the stuff that got to do with wrestling. One thing I do want to say before we wrap up and get up out of here is Bronny James finally stands up for himself and says something to the critics or to the fans or the media and says he's not an effing puppet and he got emotions. And my thing on this is that I'm happy that he's starting to talk for himself because he's grown. He's still a boy, but he's grown. He's 19. He's not 21 yet, so he's still a young man. But I respect it. I respect him doing it. I respect him, speaking up for himself. I think the whole Stephen A. Smith thing got blown way out of proportion. And you know what's funny? Not to get on a tangent, but Stephen A. to say he's not going to talk about it. He said that about 2 times already, and he ain't talked about it like 2 times after that. My boy gonna milk this chicken until it ain't got no more chicken to milk. You feel me? But at the end of the day, what Stephen A. said wasn't wrong, but the way he said it was out of pocket. And that's where I stand on it. When it comes to the pleading and the as the father, it's the antics. You could have said, hey, Brian, I feel like, you're hurting your son more than you're helping him by putting him in this light, and you just want to be mindful. You don't want to put too much pressure on the kid. All the stuff he's dealt with, all the stuff he's tried to overcome. And I don't think he would have got pressed for saying something like that. I think he would have got more respect for saying something like that. You know what I mean? But the fact that he didn't, and the way he went about doing it because it was ratings, I know why he did what he did. It's for the ratings. He did it for the numbers. He did it because he's Stephen A. Smith. And that's what Stephen A. Smith do. It's over-the-top takes for the ratings. He gives facts. He gives information because he's a very, very intelligent and remarkable journalist. But I get it. Your job is to sell ratings and to get views. And we can't just be simple. We can't just be anticlimactic. We can't just be regular. We got to be animated to a degree. We got to be animated because animation creates emotion for viewerships, and viewers need to feel like you feel some type of way so they can get that type of emotion and they can be engaged and intrigued. So at the end of the day, I don't know what happened to my dog Reeves. He burned the house down, and I'm not about to have y'all wait until he get done with the burn the house down because that's just not what we're about to do. But I love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love you. You have an amazing freaking Saturday, man. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all this. Be grateful for life. Be grateful for what you do in life. Be grateful for your loved ones. Be grateful for the little things. Be grateful. And always remember to talk that talk. Until we see each other again, stay blessed. Stay encouraged. Stay prayed up.